I'm looking at my rose and trying to determine which stems I'm going to take out this year. This bush is quite congested, especially here where the sun is hitting it. The sun is coming from there, and I see a lot of young shoots coming that way. But it's not time to trim yet, my dear gardeners. Hello. I'm still a month and a half away. Right now it's the middle of February, and the trimming time for me would be it's beginning of April, maybe because we had such such light winters this year. Maybe our spring will decide to come early to New England. You never know. But one lady asked me a question about trimming roses, and she's confused when to do it. So it's just a short video to explain these times when we trim roses, and we do it during the year, during 3 major times, and one of them is the biggest task of the year, the biggest maintenance, I would say, job of the year, and others are just cosmetical and lighter one, let's put it this way. Oh, here's the garbage. Okay. So if you live in temperate zone where you have clear seasons and your roses are going into dormancy, you do trim them in summer, in fall and in spring, when all these buds are ready to start unfurling their leaves. So the biggest job and the biggest trim of the year is in spring, and every season, not every area is different. So for me it's the time when forsythia blooms, and it's usually at the end of March, the beginning of April. And that's when these buds are really nice and fat, and you almost can see that rose is ready to start its growing season. That's the time when I'm coming in and I do a major cleaning, a major cutting. All the old wood comes out, all the damaged wood, and I see I have several damaged stems, unfortunately, which happens. And in colder areas, the tendency is that roses would lose more stems to the cold weather and desiccating winds. My rose here is very lightly trimmed, and this trimming was done in the fall, the light trim. This is another season when we do very light trimming in the fall. So let's go back a little bit. So the biggest trim is in spring, just before buds start to swell, and we do it to sanitize the bush, to clean everything damaged and dead, to make sure that bush is opened in the center, well proportioned, and it's ready to start its growing season. So that's probably half of this bush I would cut out at the end of March. Then comes summer, when we have rose blooming, the second flush of blooming is coming, and rose is actively growing. And then we need to control its height. We need to control awkward shapes. My Lady of Shalott is somewhat prone to octopus behavior, meaning during the second part of summer it shoots out strong canes. And because I don't want to keep my Lady of Shalott as a climber, I cut those shoots out. So the pruning in summer is just to control the height, the size and shape of your plant. You don't do drastic pruning in summer. And then comes fall. And in the fall, we do pruning for wind damage. My Lady of Shalott is very protected here. I have strong protection on all sides of my garden. So if this Lady of Shalott would be in windy side, I probably will take half of it down for the winter. But because winds here are not strong and it's a nice sheltered location, I lightly trim my rose. You see, I did this tall stem here, I cut it, for the rose not to rock in the wind. And if you have locations, very windy locations, you will trim your rose much closer to the ground. But keep in mind that shrub roses, and Lady of Shalott is a shrub rose, you don't want to trim it too much, because then you will interfere with the graceful shape of the shrub. So, to summarize this short video, 3 trimming seasons. Oh my gosh, this tree loves my hair. 3 trimming seasons: in summer, in the fall, and in spring. Spring is the heaviest, summer is to correct the height, and fall trimming is to prepare rose for hibernation. All right, enjoy your day. I'm going to look around and walk around my garden and look at my roses, because there is nothing else to do yet with them, you know? No, actually I will be doing what I will be doing soon. I'm looking for a warmish weather. I will be spraying my roses with dormant horticultural oil. So stay tuned. Happy gardening.